Hello good people. Quick video on initial basic security configuration for Linux servers. I'm using Rocky Linux here, and without going into it I would recommend you using RHEL or Rocky if you're doing something of essence or a little bit professionally. The first step that I would recommend to everybody is to have your SSH login secured. So do not allow root login. I would create a user with a hard to guess name, and I would add this user to the sudo so it can become sudo. And then of course I would enforce a public key authentication only. So in the future, if you want to log into the server, you have your user with which you log in, and then sudo from there onwards. The next thing that I think is very important is that you have your time set up correctly. So you can use chrony, for example, and synchronize the time. Of course, enable it, and of course have the EPEL release package or packages installed. On that note, I think it's a good thing to have auditd functional and working. You can quickly check this out with AU report. If anything happens, if anything goes south, you have a little bit to see what's going on, a little bit of forensics. It's not bad to have, right? So the next thing that I would recommend, and I know that a lot of people do not like it, which I understand, but it's SELinux. If you're doing anything, for example, for a customer, if you're doing anything with a little bit of importance, I would have SELinux on enforcing and targeted mode. And yeah, I know it's a bit of a hassle at first, but I do believe it is worth it. The last point, and this is in my opinion the most overlooked one, is geo-blocking. So geo-blocking and only allowing IPs from certain countries, because I mean think about it, why on earth would you allow the whole world to view your content if maybe you're only targeting your country or your area or whatever. So I stole this script off of somebody from GitHub some time ago. I sadly forgot who it was and I altered it a little bit. But basically here with Firewalld, for example, I download IPs from ipdeny.com and stuff them into IP sets. And yeah, right here only, for example, here I only allow US and Germany to access or to be in this IP set. And then after the IP sets have been generated, I go into my zone file and say, well, everything is only allowed for my allowed IPs. For SSH, to be completely honest, I would just use jumphosts, and I wouldn't do it like that, but this is just for showcase. Yeah, and this is basically all of what's in my opinion very important for basic configuration. So yes, thank you very much.